Good morning. It's your girl Kim, also known as the real baby girl from Cleveland. That's right. Happy Super Bowl Sunday and happy Black History Month. Now, shout out to Miss Wilma Rudolph that was raised right here in Clarksville, Tennessee. She does have an event center that you can plan your events around, and it is close by a walking trail and a park and a boat marina. So, schedule your events there. It's very nice. And for Super Bowl Sunday, who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for San Francisco or Kansas City Chiefs? Now, I don't know about me. I was into football a long time ago, but with a busy life of working and had to come with the chores in your regular household, I just don't have time to watch that much Super Bowl. But shout out to Usher, who's going to be in the halftime show. Now, that's going to be one heck of a performance. And it's going to be Miss Alicia Keys and Reba McEntire. It's going to be really nice. So I might just take time out to watch the halftime show. And, all I'm hearing about the buzz right now is Taylor Swift and Travis. It's all about them. So it's a good time in life for them. So, I'm not going to hate and just go and keep it going. But today I'm here to discuss my new book. This is for Jacob. Now, it's a fictional story about my son, Jacob, that has autism. Now, all of these events in this book are not real, it is fictional. I just wanted to bring out the importance and some highlights of raising a child with autism. Now, he is adult now, but this book is based like when he was a teen. It's a rag to riches story and sort of a Cinderella story, or should I say, Jacobrella story. No, it's a breakthrough story. No, God is good. So read out between the thin lines, and you might get some tips that may help your child that with autism. I'm surely that it would help. You always have to reach out to your physician and therapist to get their recommendation and opinion. But the things that I've tried with my son are not unsafe. They're completely safe. So some people are against alternative option or ways to help improve your child, but you have to do what's for your child and what you know is best and what's going to help your child ultimately. So sometimes the doctors don't really know everything that's beneficial. Now, I remember when I didn't think me and my son could barely make it. It was really rough when he was younger. You know, it was just rough. He was a handful. We had our ups and downs. Now, he was born in San Diego, California, when I was serving in the United States Navy. He was definitely a blessing when he was born, and he was so adorable, let me tell you. But things started changing when he was one. It was like somebody came and invade him. Like an alien nation came and snatched him away. Like, what happened to my son? Like, why is he banging his head against the wall? So, of course, I tried to intervene because he already had some issues with drinking regular formula when he was little. He would get kind of gassy and he just couldn't digest it. But when he started walking and running, he would just bang his head against the wall. So, of course, I had to take him to the doctor. When I took him to the doctor, they recommended that we run some tests. And one test they recommended was like a hearing test. And I'm like, okay, he's running to the wall. Maybe we should get a vision test instead. But, anyways, we went and proceeded with all these series of tests. Then they ultimately said that he was diagnosed with autism and that he would have to see some therapists and start taking some medicine. So we started speech therapist. He had started on Ritalin. Like every doctor always prescribes Ritalin to these children with autism. I do not know why, but it didn't work. Maybe it works for some kids, but it didn't work for my son Jacob. Like it even made the symptoms even worse, So I took him off that, so they started him on another medicine and another medicine, and it just kept on going. I mean, I was going to the doctor with him maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So we was going to doctor, speech therapist, going to see a doctor for medicine, and then we were going to his regular doctor, for his checkups and all that. So, and I think one of the things that set it off was when he had his MRI shot. They did detect that he had some mercury in his system, but they said it wasn't enough that would affect him. So who knows? Who knows about that? I'm sure that you have to detox the mercury out of your child. So definitely want to check on the physician with that. Now we did all these type of drugs, and I was like, why is this happening to my child? Because he is not a crack baby. So we had to continue with the speech therapy, and then he had to mainstream into the regular school system. And we had to make a decision: are we going to mainstream him with the regular class, or will he be in a special needs class? So this time he went to some of the regular class and then special needs class. So it's the balance and support from the teachers and the therapists there, so he could learn. But right midday, he would try to get aggravated in the regular classes, so they had to move him to special needs class. So I'm writing this about my book. This is for Jacob, so you can get some understanding of how things can go haywire, and that you may need to change their diet, which is headline in my book. It's talked about a gluten-free diet in the book, but you also may need to take your kids off milk. Put them on like soy milk or almond milk. Take away eggs, maybe, red dyes, a lot of vegetables, and those things that may help their immune system. And some other things that I have also in my first book. This is a sequel. Now, the first part of the other books is talking about support immune vitamins that you may have to take. And that book is Tank, Taurus, and TJ, also on Amazon. Now, these books are good. Now, it's not a clinical book. This is a fun-loving fictional book. So I wrote it that way so parents can really understand how to cope with their child with autism. We have many, many books out there. You do your research, that is cut and dry. But this is a fun-loving book to help you understand better. So I hope that you support me on my book. This is for Jacob, available on Amazon by Kimberly Taylor-Westbrook. I'm also known as Baby Girl from Cleveland. There's a lot of baby girls out there, so I had to keep changing it up. Maybe I need to get a trademark, perhaps. But yeah, the reason I have that name is because I was in the newspaper while my father was voting in Cleveland in the 1970s, and I was there in the paper, and they said, "Here is Bobby Taylor with Baby Girl," and that's me. So I'm proud of that, and my father has passed away now, as well as my mother. But I would cherish that name forever, so I don't want to get rid of it. People are like, well, I don't know who she thinks she is. No, it's not about that. It's being proud of who I am and where I came from. So I'm going to cut it there. I'll probably upload some more videos about how you can help your child, or not even a child. It can be adult person with autism, how you can deal with it. Now, God is good. He has helped us. TJ, he's now talking, of course, but it's not all about talking. It's about their behavior and social anxiety. So it's a lot more than just talking with autism. But please read my book. Maybe you can help your family today. Have a blessed one. God is good.